Almost my favourite Hitchcock film of the 1930s, maybe my favourite up to this point in his life, is 34's The Man Who Knew Too Much. Superbly executed, strongly performed, powerfully photographed, thanks Kurt Courant, and highly watchable. It is remarkable how viscerally watchable and entertaining Hitchcock's best films are from around this time. I am relatively confident they would act as reasonable entertainment for people my age whom I showed them to. They might be pleasantly surprised, especially in a world wherein the tropes and familiar patterns of Hitchcock films are well known as a classical form as far as old cinema is concerned. Peter Lorre is outstanding as Mr. Abbott, especially given that he did not know English at this time. He spoke his lines phonetically. One does not immediately feel aware of this, and even after becoming aware via reading production information, it isn't entirely apparent to a viewer that this is the case. In comparing it to the 56 film, we are dealing with cinematographically two very distinct periods of Hitchcock's work. It is easy to prefer the latter if one has a fondness toward that lush colour era of the auteur, supplemented by Robert Burks, though if one is to prioritise pure plot, perhaps the original is more honed and streamlined effective, yet it does lack a certain fever-dream, softly expressionistic quality compared with the mid-50s film. Assertively visual, narratively active, vivid characterizations, and fluidly entertaining, one might have believed that they were witnessing the best film director in the world at this time in history, and it is no surprise that Hollywood poached him as soon as they were able to. To employ the medium as actively as Hitchcock did was not the Hollywood approach at this time, and if any one individual was responsible for a wider appreciation of the medium's application of the medium's apparatus as a communicative toolkit, it was Hitchcock. And whilst we could nominate John Ford or Orson Welles, when considering it quantitatively, and not just who first or most inspired the Cahiers critics of the 50s, amongst the population of the world, it may very well have been Hitchcock, potentially.